so you know what I mean. You know how you do it, man. You the fashion nigga. Yeah. Do your thing.
For different reasons, right? So you can have a good woman, but your idea, because we all are going to fuck up. Literally.
The grace part is the mature.
Yeah, but women don't want that.
Hey, Charlamagne, are we live? I feel good.
All right.
Hey, Nigel, did too hard, bruh.
Shout out Nigel, shout out everybody here, shout out Unspoken. We in the A.
So the question is the grass greener on the other side?
I don't know. You gotta jump the fence to see them.
I think it depends on like the situation.
It's actually a really good question.
Is the grass greener on the other side?
Yes.
That's a gamble.
It is a gamble,
It
but
could be
most
greener.
of the times I would say yes.
Damn, for real?
Yes. Because if you're even wondering about the other side, then you're not watering your side, you're over your side.
But I think a lot of people think that it's green on the other side, and it's not. Because I feel like most people still kind of run into like the same situations or the same problems.
What about you ever heard the phrase, the devil that you know is better than the devil you don't know?
It's both the devil.
But one is worse than the other.
Yeah, but you might as well. To me, the unknown is always better. If you're not happy in the known, you might as well take a chance on the unknown.
I feel like it could be. You never know until you try it. But I also feel like the grass could also be greener where you tend to and you water it. So therefore, as long as you are tending to your own grass and you're watering it and you're keeping it up, there's really no reason to see if the grass is greener on the other side. Now, if you watering your grass and it's still a little dead, summer, spring, fall, winter, if you might be okay to pick a side and just
get you some new grass.
and just see. I mean, if you've done everything you could to tend to that grass and it hasn't turned green, it might be greener on the other side.
Oh.
Just maybe.
I would say that's based off of perspective, right? So it depends on the lens that you're looking at a life at the time. If you're in a relationship that's serving you, or in a partnership that's serving you, then maybe the grass won't be greener on the other side, right? But if you're in something out of comfortability or just kind of being used to the process, and you're not really being served, then the grass may possibly be greener. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, or to expand your options, you might want to check out the grass over there.
I mean, it could be. I mean, it depends on what type of grass you're looking for. Like, you into the same thing and you go after the same thing that you just left out of, then hell no. But if you're looking for something that was better than your last situation, then, it's going to be greener.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, see, because I'm so loyal, I can't even well, not so loyal, let me not.
Oh, so you're so
But I
perplexed
am
by the
loyal.
question, but you understood it. You're able to answer.
Kind of, sort of. I just don't know how to respond to that because I don't think I can ever be in that mind frame. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm going to just be looking at my own grass the whole time. You know?
So every situation you've ever been in, you've never wondered, you've never checked to see if any other grass was green?
Nah, because I really play like, I not play, but it ain't, I don't just fall into no situation. You know
Okay, okay.
If you made it to my grass, I'm gonna like you, grass, okay, and I'm gonna do all I can for you, grass. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about no other grass when I get my grass. So if they grass is greener, I'm cool with my brown grass. That's what I'm saying. Because if it's my grass, I'm cool with it. It could be brown, it could be I don't know, but if it's my grass, I'm cool with it.
I think it's an ego thing though.
You do?
Like the whole saying, love like grass ain't greener is like, all right, go test the water, see if you can find something better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In the aspect of that, but then also I do feel like it's an ego thing as far as you kind of like not really what's the word? I'm not gonna say taking advantage, but you're not really like in your relationship, you're not really taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you might feel like whatever reason you feel like you're not taking it serious, whether you're not happy or whatever, you feel like it's something better out there. But you also gotta understand that everybody's relationship is not the same.
Right.
And so just because this relationship was one way doesn't mean the next one's gonna be totally better. And sometimes I think the word I was take for granted. That was the word I was trying to say. Like a lot of times in a relationship, we take things for granted, and so we don't really understand what's in front of us. And we look at social media, this and the third, and we feel like, hey, if he not doing or she not doing X, Y, and Z, then I need to be trying to, you know what I'm saying? But that person might not be necessarily for you though.
Right.
And when you get over there, you try that other option. That's when you come back home and you be like, damn, I really did have it good at home type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it's an ego thing.
What about the 80-20 rule?
What's that?
Where they say like, you never heard the 80-20? All right, where you're with someone, right, and they're lagging, I don't know, let's say for a woman, maybe they lagging on they don't cook or something like that.
Find
They
you a
don't
woman that
and clean.
cooks.
Right.
The grass is greener where the woman cooks.
Before I was cut off.
Sorry.
Find you a woman that cook, or find you a man that cooks, right?
Yeah.
He lags on the cooking. And then you meet this guy, he handsome and he cooks. But then you get with this guy who's handsome and he cooks, but he don't do none of the other shit. None of the other shit.
So what you're saying is stay with the person who doesn't cook?
Not necessarily.
Because you don't know if the next person
I'm just saying is make sure you, before you jump into that quote unquote green grass, make sure you really know that grass is green. It might be spray painted. It might be
like
painted
you said
grass.
in the beginning, it's a gamble.
It might be turf. That shit might not even be real grass.
But you already know to even get to that point, you weren't satisfied with the grass you had.
So I can agree with the ego thing simply because I feel like I'm one of them people that'll be like, the grass ain't green on the other side, so you better know this is the greenest it gets.
Right.
I'm probably one of those people. And I get how that's like the foundation is in ego, pretty much. But at the same time, right? Again, I think it goes back to perspective though, because sometimes your grass can be equally as green, you just need to water it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
that time in.
Yes,
I do the same.
It growing pains, you know what I'm saying? Your grass might seem like it's dying right now, and that's simply because you might be going through growing pains. And as we have this conversation, this could be about any ship, you know what I'm saying? Your friendships, your relationships. Growing pains happen in all types of ships, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it does seem like the grass is dying, but it's simply about fertilizing, you know what I'm saying? Watering, putting that time in, having a consistent schedule of doing that fertilizing and watering, and that can always make your grass greener. Sometimes we definitely, I know my little age group, I'm 28, I'll be 29 this year. That I think is our biggest issue, is not knowing how to like weather the storm or finding a plot that look like it has potential, and knowing how to mold and shape it and build it up to a certain point. No, we don't.
I'm 32, so you ain't that much younger than me.
Okay.
We still like, I think we all like, I think this is just our generation and all.
You've never like let anything go, any situation go. Like you've always just kept that brown grass.
Nah, but not because I saw some other grass. I just was like, this ain't the grass I want. So
right.
I don't want this grass no more.
That's fair.
But I mean, I do like the, water your grass analogy.
You gotta tend to your grass now.
That's probably why the other grass greener. I mean, that do make sense.
Because they're tending to it.
How do you tend to it? How do you keep the grass green?
Okay, so obviously if we're talking more literally, right, because we were talking figuratively before, but it takes communication, it takes a little bit of effort, time, energy, attention, maturity, and emotional intelligence. So it does take a little bit of effort in order to keep anything stable or make it better. So that's how you would tend to your grass.
Perfect. The grass is green.
But what if the other person is not willing to take care of the lawn with you? You just gonna keep watering
That's true.
by yourself. Just jump to some more grass. That's what I say.
I feel you. I think don't settle.
Up until a certain point.
Don't settle.
A certain time.
How about don't settle?
Don't settle. That sounds like find some new grass.
Yeah.
Don't settle sounds like find some new grass.
Have you ever been in a situation where you had to try the other grass because the grass you was in was getting brown and crunchy?
Are you attacking me?
I'm asking. This is an actual question.
No, I know we had a conversation.
Oh yeah, nah, I ain't attacking you.
Oh, okay.
This is a real question.
A real question.
Have you ever felt like that? Like, damn, you know what? The grass is fucking trash.
Yeah and no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, it was different in the aspect of like what I was used to, but then some people still have the same like traits, or it might be the same personality or something. Mm-hmm. So you might not necessarily get everything that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Grass might be a little bit taller. You know what I'm saying?
Not taller.
Different stuff. You might can walk with your shoes off in this grass, but the one before you had to put
Right, you was walking on your tippy toes?
Yeah, gotta put a blanket down.
Yeah, but the other grass wasn't another man. The other grass was me. So yes, I was in a situation. The green is greener single. Yeah. So I'm out of here.
Okay.
The grass doesn't have to necessarily be another person.
Because I've been in this situation where I was like, let me try this different grass, and the grass was trash. And I was like, fuck.
Did you go back to your old lawn?
Yeah, I went back to the other grass, and then that grass turned into trash too.
Exactly. So sometimes the grass is greener is yourself.
So yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I think you need to just get back to yourself, and then you pick what you want.
Yeah.
We all got that mentality of like, it's like a buffet. Like you take it, you eat it, you don't like it, I'll put it back. Yeah. But that's like with relationships, with like how we consume music.
Yeah.
That's like with everything, with work. Like like if we don't like something real quick, or we see some type of little adversity, we like, I don't know, bro. I might be able to do better than that. Instead of like you said, like working through the process and being okay with everything not going your way. Back to the ego thing and.
Or instead of looking at the lesson in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Because lessons are gonna be the same. Something that I've always been told was the game of life stays the same, but the players is what change. So we do a lot of jumping around, trying to run from a lesson. You know what I'm saying? When you just gonna run into the same lesson with the next person, and then the next person, and what you keep running from is learning, honestly. Yeah. So I feel that. We can jump around. We do get very buffet line-ish. Yeah. Yeah. That's why.
You gotta get off that shit though, cause that's not gonna help us in the long run. We're not gonna have I feel that's why a lot of people are single right now, honestly. Yeah. Like we don't really believe in family, or like back in the day I feel like everybody was more family. And I can say that cause I watched my family, and my family wasn't perfect, but the overall aspect of it was family though. It's like now I don't feel like it's like family. Like I think on a couple episodes we were talking about how like and I'm changing it a little bit, but how we don't go to family reunions no more as much as we used to. Yeah. I feel like that's something that's kind of like it's changed a long time as well too though. But
you want. Honestly, it doesn't matter where you go. If you're not okay, it's always gonna be brown grass.
And we really out here calling hoes grass.
Grass. Yeah. No, seriously. You will turn a green grass brown if you're not right. So you can come to a situation that's 100% healthy, 100% for you, but if you're not right, you will kill whatever is growing there. Yeah. If you're not growing. So, yeah.
Definitely. I think that we watched so many people be fed up throughout their different relationships. Yeah.
Then like it ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, I feel like we learned from it, but we learned from it in a traumatic way to where now we on the whole other end of the extreme. So instead of meeting at a happy medium, we went from our parents who probably dealt with a whole bunch of foolishness that we felt like we wouldn't do, all the way to now we can't deal with nothing. And it's like there's no happy medium there. And then what's even bigger is, right, the center of all of that stuff is love. Love actually has nothing to do with like a type of ship. I love you and I love your life regardless, just because you entered my life and we now know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like we are building up like the next generation of people that gotta take care of us. And if we lack a certain amount of love, we not gonna have nobody that's gonna genuinely care about us and be able to take care of us. You see, our parents gonna have us, who got the last little bit of both ends of the spectrum. A little bit of that fed upness of I ain't just taking anything, but a little bit of that ride or die too. I'm gonna rock out with you. But us being so fed up, we gonna raise the next generation of I ain't dealing with it at all.
I ain't dealing with it at all.
And we see it. We see it panning
We quit easy too though. I feel like our generation quit easier.
For sure.
We don't really, like we saying, we don't like the hard, you know, the going through stuff and having to overcome it. Like we want it right there instantly. Like that's just, I don't know what's gonna change. I feel like the next generation is gonna see how we acting, and I feel like they're probably gonna change and go back to like family oriented and giving people a chance. And then, you know, I'm not saying that cheating is acceptable, but cheating is, you know, we all be like we gone, but really like realizing what you got, and you know, because it's harder to, I ain't gonna say it's cheaper to keep her, but it's cheaper to keep her.
It technically is cheaper to keep her.
So it's like just little stuff like that.
Who tends to think the grass is greener more between
women?
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Women.
I think men, because y'all always be cheating.
We always get caught cheating.
Always cheating.
We always get caught cheating.
Women don't cheat that much.
Why they don't?
Ooh. I think us as women tend to think the grass is greener more. And I think that it's a major delusion of ours.
Because men, all they do is try to show you how their situation is better than the situation you're in. They do that every day. I don't think women come up with their resume. I've been on, you know, not even a date, but somebody coming up to me, giving me their whole resume. Like, hey, I got this, I do this, and they're showing you their grass right there, and they're trying to get you to go over there. You know what I mean? I don't think women.
But do you feel like, okay, who do you think tends to think the grass is greener on the other side? More men or women? Men or women? You feel like women tend to think that the grass is greener?
Women are tempted more. I don't know who actually thinks that more, but I think women are tempted more. I don't know. Men are tempted too every day. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas ain't shit.
All you need to do is scroll and look at some other grass.
Yeah, I mean, you get.
And okay, yeah. So I feel like we think the grass is greener on our side because we look like this. All of us consider ourselves to be a prize. I think every girl walks around with like that princess-like complex in her mind. So every woman is walking around like, I am that greener grass. I am that greener grass. And when a man can't provide certain things, some realistic things and some unrealistic things, some things that us as women don't even be providing for ourselves, that's when it turns into, I can go find better. I can do this. I can do that. When in reality, sometimes when you deep dive, better is not really what you can find. Everybody hated Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels used to be trying to tell everybody like, there are classes within dating.
Facts.
You can't act like you can't have like a basic mindset and have no emotional intelligence or able to carry a conversation and think you gonna get a millionaire. But you walking around screaming millionaire pussy and all this other stuff, you know, and it's just like, it don't really add up. So I think us as women really maximize on it, but the men are getting very sassy.
Okay.
So they starting to feel like our grass is green too, girl.
I think that
they are.
Like I said, you just don't get caught. We know what you're doing. I was raised by women, so I already know how it goes.
I was raised by certain women.
I was raised by the women.
Okay. Well,
my sister's born in the 80s, my mom born in the 60s, her mom was born in the 40s.
So it was all cheating?
No, they just knew that it, like what y'all say all the time, well, one nigga won't do the next one will. So that means you already got your Rolodex ready for the motherfucker to do.
I mean, you gotta have a little something, something on the side.
Okay,
just
so
in case.
see, now we being truthful now, guys. Now we being truthful, guys. We just, you know.
But I don't know. I think men always think it's green on the other side. I think that's why they always like are ready to chase for something different. I feel like women be okay where they at unless they're not happy, then they decide. But I feel like men could be happy and still be searching. You know what I'm saying? Or still dipping and dabbing at times, you know? So I don't know. That's why I think men think it's green on the other side more so than women.
I don't know. I can't even get into that mind frame. That's some weird way of thinking. Like,
I mean, it is. So naturally, right, if I date men, so in most cases, if from my experience and observation, I've seen that it's usually the men who would be the first to think that the grass is a little bit greener. In a lot of cases, I think that women are a little bit more willing to try.
But I feel like as a man, I can say we curious. We're curious a lot.
But would you leave what you had for that curiosity? Because you know what they say.
Not if it feels like a safe space. Nah, not if it feels like a safe space.
So what feels like a safe space? What is the catalyst that'll make you jump the fence?
I mean, because I'm older now, so like just smashing is one thing, but like really like leaving your situation, like I gotta feel like, oh man, this is.
What would a woman have to do to convince you that the grass is greener on her side of the fence? What would a woman? What are the check marks?
Oh, it's not that. It's simple.
What?
Because it's more of a feeling.
What are the feelings you need to have?
I don't know how to answer that.
This is what
joy, true happiness. How about that? True joy and happiness. She needs to make me feel truly safe and happy.
But how inappropriate does it have to get for you to feel true joy and happiness with another woman out of your situation? You're already on the other side of the fence.
That's true. That's true.
Bombastic.
Damn. This is how they sweep you off your feet.
What? What?
That's. Damn. Next question.
That was a good question. I added it to our list.
Damn.
Do you think that it's because people aren't getting what they need out of the situation where they go see if something's greener? Like, what do you think the reason is that people just, like, what do you think the typical reason? Or maybe like a couple of reasons why?
Well, one could be like instant gratification way of thinking. So like, you know, that other grass might seem like a better lifestyle or something, so you might, you know what I'm saying? Like this person might care about you in a way where they know you like ketchup on your hot dogs, but you see the other person in Ferraris and shit, so it's like, shit, I'd rather sit in that Ferrari.
Right, than have ketchup on my hot dog. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Y'all just talk about ketchup on a hot dog?
Nah, that's important. It's the little things in life.
Yeah.
Like, for me anyway. Like, I can't speak for everybody, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, if somebody know how you like your Frank, you know what I'm saying? I don't eat Franks, by the way. But if somebody, because, you know, they call glizzies and they get a little weird for men, so I'm going to just leave that be. But, you know, just... I don't know, man. If somebody just know what you into, you know, like they pay attention to the small details. And I mean, they fuck with you. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's better than just pulling up in a Ferrari, right?
I mean, for me, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That Ferrari might get repossessed, but that hot dog with that ketchup, you know,
it's coming every time.
Every time. You can't miss with the Frank and the, you know what I'm saying? So,
but you wouldn't eat it.
Nah, I'm not seeing if it was somebody that was catering to me, they would know something simple like, you know, I don't know.
He doesn't like ketchup on the left, but he likes it on the right.
I don't really.
Do you like ketchup on your fries or on the side?
On the side.
Yeah.
I
so
like
it would be
dip.
something like
I'm
that.
a dipper,
You a
know
dipper.
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ketchup on the side.
Yeah.
Or the fries.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than riding your Ferrari.
Well, like women, they don't want their food touched.
I definitely do not like my food touching, and I don't want anything on my plate that I'm not gonna eat.
Hey, so we'll go back to the sex part. I don't necessarily think it's that though. I think that's more so how they're being raised by their mothers though. I think a lot of sassiness, people that are considered sassy, or I think majority are raised by single mothers. That's another conversation.
I think y'all allowed to be a little bit of sassy, like every now and then, like get a little spony, like have your little boot. That was it.
I think it's also too of like years of like fighting, like being vulnerable though. Like I feel like guys are like more vulnerable, and they also like starting to realize their place. Like I was telling my mom the other day, like when I ain't trying to be funny, but when I was little, I used to feel like women had all the power. But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize that men have way more power. And it's like not necessarily saying that women control sex and guys control marriage, which is right. But as I'm 32, so when I got like 30, then I started to see how like women change that's not in relationships by the age of 30. Like now it's like before it was like when I was talking to somebody, a girl in their 20s. It was more so of like they got time, they can do this. But as you get older, you start to realize like they don't feel like they have time no more.
I say women because they always searching.
No, we not. I don't know what type of women you dealing with, but I ain't. If I'm with you, I'm with you. Like that's how I feel. But I can't speak for everybody. Yeah, until you're not. Then like
you gonna pull up that number that's been sitting in your ear. Okay, so
exactly.
But you already knew what he had to offer. So you already knew that grass would possibly be greener than the one that you eat.
It happens like that sometimes because women do date sometimes off of potential, but then you always be fucked up at the end. So
there you go. So it's green. They play the grass green. We know this shit might not be green, but I'm just jumping the fence just to see. I'm just jumping the fence just to see. Just to see. And if not, that's why niggas always come in.
Have you ever had a good girl but still was like, I guess, searching other options too?
Not. No.
No? Okay. Just
I mean, I could, keep your eye out. Which one? I don't know. You kind of put me on the spot, but I'm going to stick with my first one now.
You can be truthful.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem with it. Yeah, no.
The dynamics just change.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes time to get used to as well though. But going back to the topic, what was the question again? So I'm sorry.
Between men and women, who thinks the grass is greener more?
I would agree with you, women, but it's a lot of men that do feel like the grass is greener, but it's also because of them wanting to still be outside though.
I don't think that they think the grass is greener. I think that, I guess I could say this, all in all, I feel like men were designed to fuck up from the beginning. Okay. And so I'm gonna just say that, right? And I'm saying that to say, women, get out of your mind the perfect guy. Every man was designed to fuck up from the beginning. Okay? We can go back to biblical. He was given the direction and got deterred by Eve. Right. A man was designed from the beginning to fuck up. Right. So the fact that you have in your mind this unrealistic thought of, he can't fuck up on me, is delusional. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even bigger out of gender, like people in general, we were born in so much error and like dysfunction that all of us are fucked up deeper than we can even like imagine. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different areas to unpack, but it's really just about giving people a certain amount of grace because we all are going to fuck up.
I think literally. The grace part is the mature part though.
For sure.
That I feel like we're lacking.
For sure.
Even I don't want to say women, but it's on both ends though. But yeah, that grace part, because we don't really give nobody grace, really, honestly.
Be like Audi, 3,000.
Even in friendships, we don't give each other grace as much as we should.
Yeah, and over time, I would say, and I know it's a little off the topic, but with friendships, I used to always say, like, I don't want my friendships to take as much as a relationship take. But what have we learned in English language? The ending of certain words usually mean that it has the same relationship, right? So your friendships and your relationship all end in ship. It's going to equally take the same amount of work.
Yeah.
It's just one has a little less emotional attachment, but even not necessarily, because friendships have a lot of emotional attachment too. But over the course of time, I had to grow and understand that all situations deserve grace. Have some grace in them At first, I used to be very just
Cutthroat.
Yeah. Yeah. Harajuku Barbie.
You ever went back to someone after realizing the grass wasn't greener?
Yes, I have. And the grass ended up being trash over there too at some point.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Yes, we see.
He has. I never double back, like ever. If we done, we done. On to the next.
I don't think so. I don't think I have. Not that I can recall.
No. You know you done went back and slid back in ADM. Stop.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have though. I think if I was with somebody and then we broke up or whatever like that, I think I necessarily ran to the next situation or to stay on top of it. I don't think I just instantly went to the other side to see if it was something better. Like I either missed what I had and tired of being out here just fucking with different motherfuckers.
Did you go back?
Yeah.
Ish? Okay.
Go back ish, yeah.
Okay.
But it ain't never been a situation where I left this person for another person and then been
you
like,
went back.
nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay, I can see that.
We see what you're saying.
That's why we shouldn't.
Have you ever went back after realizing it?
That the grass wasn't greener?
So you never spent the block? Ever?
Nah, when I'm out of there, I'm out of there. Like,
Okay.
yeah. But I believe in second chances and all. So I'm gonna give you everything I got, and once I give it to you, then
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah. I feel like in the situations where I have thought the grass was greener, it was greener.
Oh, you thought the grass was greener before?
But so we had two different interpretations of it, right? So I was saying like I'm gonna tend to my own grass, but once there's nothing else I can do for it or to it to have it like be stable or be green, I might take a peek to see if it's greener on the other side. So once I take that leap, like I've never been wrong, if that makes sense. So I've never like went back because the grass wasn't greener.
Let me go back. Did they even take you back? Is the
I'm gonna ask
question.
y'all a question. I'm gonna ask the room this though. Like, when people cheat though, isn't that a sense of thinking that grass is greener?
It depends on why they're cheating.
Both are based in ego.
Yeah.
So they kind of correlate, but no, because sometimes people feel like their grass is green at home, but human error does kick in and temptation does kick in and you done fucked up.
You're right though, because just because I
And
smashed
that
them,
grass-
I wife them though.
Right. I didn't
with you,
think
though.
the grass was greener. I just wanted to see what it was about.
What is about that point?
If I leave and the grass isn't greener, I'm single. I'm not gonna go back to some brown grass.
Oh, that's like the spin the block thing.
I ain't
right?
spinning the block.
Okay.
I mean, I'll entertain the block, but I ain't spinning it. Yeah, I'll entertain.
You never went backwards?
No.
You never revisited?
I have
old thing?
entertained it
Okay.
for
but not like taking it
attention,
serious.
but I've never like been in a full-fledged relationship after I left the relationship ever again. The chance you have to take, my boy.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so at least for me, I've never been in that situation where I've left something thinking that the grass is greener and then tried to come back. I'm going to say right here.
Unspoken enough, yeah.
I'm going to say right here. That I think I'm usually the girl that get away. But that's a scary place to be as well. Because imagine 10 different people out here that's like, oh, I miss Deja. You are creating crazy people. You know what I'm saying? At this point.
Right.
So it does get scary being that person. But I don't think, I can't recall a situation where I left thinking like the grass would be greener and then wanted to go back. No.
If you think the grass is greener, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my case is probably like young me, like high school. Like never as an adult have I ever went backwards.
I can't. Even if I want,
Yeah.
sometimes they come back. Sometimes they do the work. They genuinely come back. And in my head, I'm like, if only I could love him again. I know he's a changed person. I know this would be a great relationship, but there's nothing I can do.
Is it that they messed up? Like they did something?
No, once the feelings are gone,
Yeah, then it's gone.
especially if I'm truly in love with you, once those are all the way gone and I've done the healing and I've done the whatever to get over it, even if I wanted to go back, I couldn't go back. I just look at you. I just look at her.
I mean, but women naturally move. Well, I ain't gonna say naturally, but I know women, y'all don't really like, y'all always got something tucked off, you know.
And men don't?
I don't, not for those, not for that. It might be a little like something he could have sex with, but his tuck off ain't serious. That's probably literally sex.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I can't argue with that.
But, you know.
Yeah, because you know what, that is a thing though, because I have had conversations with several men, and it's like women, you know, if they do go see if the grass is greener, or they do like, you know, do a little cheat, they tend to cheat up. You know what I'm saying? Like they tend to move on to somebody that they wouldn't mind being with.
Yeah, because that's what.
But men don't do that.
Because we cheat for different reasons.
It seems that way.
Oh, it is that
Yeah.
way. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But that tends to bruise like women's egos a little bit.
What you mean?
And it kind of causes them a little bit. So, I mean, obviously you're not supposed to compare, but you've already admitted like men cheat for different reasons, right? So you could have a good woman, but your idea of seeing if the grass is greener would be for simply relations, not a relationship. And so that woman that's like, hey, I'm giving you the relationship, that woman's giving you the relations, and then you kind of look at it and it's like, why would you do that? Like, why would you risk losing what you have for someone who may not necessarily be able to like keep up with that person, if we're being real?
No, I never have seen that though. I think most of the time, if I felt like it was over with, it was probably over with for a reason.
Yeah.
It was, the reason I moved on was for a reason. So me going out and then kind of thinking, I think I've definitely moved on and, you know, dated somebody that didn't work out, but have hit my ex up for other reasons.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a thing of,
we ain't
feel
good,
like,
but we still good.
We good, but it's not like I feel like I'm missing out though.
Yeah.
Some people, I feel like if I would have spun the block, it would have been a thing with that new person. You know what I mean? But you still the old person to me. I just can't do it. You know.
Yeah, I feel like if it's over for a reason.
It's over for a reason, and you did what you had to do to make it not a thing in your head. I think there's like an expiration period on going back. Like, I would say 2 months. If y'all don't get back together within 2 months, it's a wrap.
If we're being real.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't honestly answer that because I wouldn't, like I said, when I get my grass, it's my grass.
Oh, you don't cheat?
Nah.
Never.
Nah.
Ever.
Run my record.
So you probably just don't get into relationships.
Yeah, that's why.
So you're that type of person that's like, well, we ain't in a relationship. So you just avoid them so that way you can.
No, I just go into something when I want to do it. I'm not judging nobody, but I'm not into the, you know, oh, I like you, so I'm just gonna throw everything to this. No, because one, I need you to show me you really fuck with me. You can't do that in 2 weeks, 2 months. Like we got, and if you do show me that in 2 months, we probably be married.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a real good judge of character, and I'll be like, oh no, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we'll be locked in anyway, but yeah, I don't. If I get into a relationship, I'm in it. Like,
okay.
I'm in it.
I agree.
And
I feel like that's how
I
it
don't want to
should
be in it no more.
Yeah, you're not gonna be in it
not
anymore.
Gonna be.
Sometimes, man, I think you just gotta be comfortable at where you at. Fellas, I feel like you should always try to, like we said, give grace too, because a lot of times we make these quick decisions because of how we feel in that moment, and that's not how we feel long term.
Yeah.
And that's based off emotion, that's based off ego, and that will be getting us in trouble, honestly.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we can kind of like take 5 minutes, walk away, think about it, come back, smoke a blunt, whatever you gotta do to kind of harness what you got in your relationship, because like we said earlier, every relationship not the same, man. Just because you feel like, you know, things are going wrong in this relationship don't mean that it's gonna be better in others, you know?
All right.
Whatever traumas and negative things she got going on in her life, whoever you feel like the grass is greener, they probably got the same type of shit in other ways. Shit that she do that they don't do, and this shit that they do that she don't do. And you just gotta be okay with what you got and be cool with that.
The grass gonna always look greener when a person is on day 1 and you at day 500 with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like day 1 is exciting. Day 1 still gives you that butterflies in your stomach, that anxiety like a kid in a candy store, I got a new toy type of vibe.
That's like a side piece type of vibe.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
No, for sure, but the whole grass is greener thing, is gonna be when you are at a beginning point with somebody, because when you was at the beginning point with who you with, it gave you that same feeling. Don't be dismayed by the feelings.
Right.
Because it's honestly, it's a facade for real, because again, the game of life don't change. So whatever lesson or growing pain you facing with this person, when you get to day 500, your day might be day 620. It don't even gotta be the same day. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna circle around to that particular lesson that you have to overcome. So either way, you're gonna run back into it. That's why it's good to I've learned to dissect things, not look at it on a surface level and think about why do I keep getting to this point and then something goes wrong? I have to now dissect and start digging to see what is it that I'm missing. Because if you run into the same type of issues with people, you gotta start digging.
Then we start to realize that it's not them, it's me.
It's
that's
you.
a self thing. Yeah.
You could be running from whatever. You could be running from healing. You could be running from facing
trauma.
Yeah, you could be running from a little bit of anything. So,
do you communicate that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you don't just like move on. You say it's not working.
If they smart enough, they'll know way before it happens. Cause like that's what I'm saying. I'ma really like try, but once I'm burnt, I'm burnt.
Okay. Fair enough.
Hey, but fellas, I got y'all back though. Y'all do cheat for different reasons. It's just not me. I'm sorry, but I don't.
Sometimes, man, I think you just gotta be comfortable at where you at. Fellas, I feel like you should always try to, like we said, give grace too, because a lot of times we make these quick decisions because of how we feel in that moment, and that's not how we feel long term.
Yeah.
And that's based off emotion, that's based off ego, and that will be getting us in trouble, honestly.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we can kind of like take 5 minutes, walk away, think about it, come back, smoke a blunt, whatever you gotta do to kind of harness what you got in your relationship, because like we said earlier, every relationship not the same, and just because you feel like, you know, things are going wrong in this relationship don't mean that it's gonna be better than others, you know?
Right.
Whatever traumas and negative things she got going on in her life, whoever you feel like the grass is greener, they probably got the same type of shit in other ways. Shit that she do that they don't do, and this shit that they do that she don't do.
Sure.
And you just gotta be okay with what you got and be cool with that.
What needs to happen for you to convince someone that your grass is greener? Does that make sense?
Yeah. To convince somebody your grass is greener, I think just be yourself. You know, I don't think you have to fake it till you make it, or tell them how you feel. I think just show it. Like, just be yourself, and I think the right person gonna rock with you. You know,
ain't no convincing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no convincing. Like, a person should be able to recognize what you have to offer, should be able to tell you that, and two heads are supposed to be better than one. So y'all supposed to be able to maximize off of each other's strengths to level up together. Ain't no convincing nobody of nothing, because everybody comes to the table with a certain amount of something. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have nothing to offer, you should probably get out of the dating pool completely. Get yourself together first and then get back in it. But for me, ain't no convincing. You see it, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Something attracted you to that person, or and vice versa. Now, granted, you can do like the little dangly stuff, like, I don't know. What's dangly stuff? Like it's like you know, like it's like you put a piece of meat or like a treat in front of a dog, and then you step back. You step back. You bait them, basically. Yes.
What would oh shit?
How does someone steal you from your situation? Basically, what's the formula to stealing you from your situation, young lady?
First of all, you can't steal me from my situation. I'm solid, okay?
Oh.
You can't steal me from my situation. You have to catch me when I'm not.
With a tranquilizer dart?
Get me on a break or something.
Okay.
Yeah, give me on a break or something. I'm not leaving my situation because that's treacherous. Okay.
All right.
But if you catch me on a break, I might peek over the fence.
I think there's a way to steal someone from a situation.
How would you do it?
You gotta play the long game. You gotta plant that seed and just water it, and then walk away from it and water it again. We talking about that grass, baby.
I just want to be your friend.
Yeah, I just want to be your friend. You just want to hold your hand, lay you down.
Don't trust that.
Are you good? You
unless
good?
The man,
hey, you hungry? You want something? You good? You need anything?
Unless he likes men, he's not your friend. That's
I have platonic. It can be platonic.
Unless he likes men, he's not your friend. Okay? He's just waiting to show you his grass.
For my ladies, the easiest way to convince, I would say, is to bait.
But that's what you mean.
But Jade is gold. Don't get that shit up. You're not just around here just giving it up, trying it out. Let people try it on, take it off. It's not that. You can bait people with it. And there's a manner in which you bait people with it to keep yourself in a safe zone while doing so.
There's a time limit on how long you need to be.
Yeah and no. You see, now you're gonna try to convince y'all that you got 90 days and then you're out of there. Yeah. But all in all, I truly do feel like ain't no convincing. Like, people should know what they step into you for and about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it defeats the purpose if I gotta convince you.
I do agree that
court you, yes.
Yes. And a guy need to have a fear of losing you. I feel like that come down to it too, though. Like, he need to have, whatever you bring to the table, he need to feel like if I lose you, it's a wrap. Like, it's the end of his life. Like, I don't know what that consists of. It could be folded clothes, or how you talk to him, or how you whatever it is that you're doing. But you need to find something that's gonna make him feel like he don't want to leave you. What's up?
So that's what I was gonna say. Be true to you. I mean, you're not gonna necessarily know the person that you with fully. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of growth with that person. But as long as you stay true to yourself and just actually put your best foot forward with what you trying to get out of the situation or relationship, whatever y'all calling it nowadays.
And I think that's what be the hard part when people date. I feel like people are always trying to be something that they're not, or something that they think the person wants to date, instead of just being themselves. Right. And that's why I think they always say, like, you know, towards or during your relationship, people's true colors come out. Right. And the true colors is just them being like themselves, you know? So I don't think people start off with like that intention at first. So, yeah.
I just want to say, because you said that, like, I used to think that I wanted a man to be afraid of losing me, but I don't. I want him to have enough confidence that he can keep me.
I think that goes hand in hand. Because if I don't have no fear of losing you, then I don't really have no respect of you, honestly. I feel like I can do whatever I want to do, and you're going to always be here. But if I feel like that, then that's not really how a relationship should be. Like, I'm not necessarily scared, but I need to, like, have a conscience. Like, hey, if I do this, she ain't gonna like that. She might leave, or understand them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think in the aspect of, you know how people say all the time, we think a lot about what we don't want to happen versus what we want to happen. I think that's what that would be. Literally. Thinking more so about what you want to happen so you can manifest better things within the relationship, versus focusing on losing her, which might make you a little bit like uptight in the situation, or not really like open, versus if you was just focusing on the opposite end, y'all would just like be manifesting good things about the relationship. You can't lose nothing that was for you. Like, I strongly stand on that. Like, what's meant for me is simply gonna be for me, and if I lose it, it was time for it to go.
But I feel like men, we I won't say made, but we're looked at to keep ourselves at a certain standard for y'all, because we know that
the women only go on for certain stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, shit, I can't be no broke nigga, but then, you know, I don't want to spend all my resources and have nothing. Then she gonna leave me because I am broke. I can't be this certified lover boy. Then she gonna want me to stay in the house all the time.
Right. Can't be too soft, can't be too tough.
Nah, you gotta be right in the middle, guys. Just stay true to you, but still just watch what you're doing.
In conclusion, I'm gonna stick to what I said the first time. It could be, but by that same token, it's not always worth seeing if it is, because that's the chance that you take. Especially if what you have is good, I don't think it's worth the risk.
Is the grass greener on the other side?
Yes, because it's new. Yes.
New is better?
New is a new journey.
That's true.
And if you left the situation you were in for a new journey, it's always going to be better. The future is always better than the past. And that's the mindset you need to have a good life. So that's just my take on it.
Not to mention, you're always going to wonder what it was like on the other side.
Yeah. If you're wondering about some other grass, go on and find out what it is. That's what I'm saying. If you're wondering about another situation other than the one you're in, if you're not completely content in the one you're in, whether you're 16 or 66, go on and do it, because you owe yourself satisfaction. That's the word I'm using.
Damn. She's telling you to dip on all your hoes. Dip on your hoes.
Be happy. That's what I'm saying.
I think based off the situation, the grass could be greener on the other side. In most cases, I think it is greener on the other side, now that I'm thinking about it. Because if you leave in a certain situation, you leave it for a reason.
Right.
So there's no reason to double back. So now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I never went back to like any of my exes. So yes, the grass is green on the other side. Learn from your past experiences and use it in your new relationship. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Grass is definitely green. I think I said that, right?
I think you did.
I started off with hell yeah. Then I started off with hell yeah. I did. Yeah. Go to the other side, my boy. You can play kickball over there. You can have a picnic.
And some green grass in a lawn with a pool and a damn umbrella in your drink and lay back. If I'm in that type of lawn, if I'm in that kind of grass, I'm not even wondering about what's going on outside of me. If I'm really chilling in my lawn, in my backyard, and I'm happy, I don't even know what's going on outside of that. So if I even have to wonder what's going on outside of that, I'm gonna explore. And that's just my opinion on that.
So basically, he's not doing his job.
Yeah.
For you to get to that point, he's not doing it.
Right. You should be blind.
That's true.
You should be blind to whatever else is going on. Or else figure it out for yourself.
You savage.
That's not savage.
You 21 savage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, man, look at your own grass, and if it ain't green, it's your fault. Like she said, I never thought about it that way, but why you even pick grass that wasn't green? What? And if it was green when you got it, why you ain't keep it green? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm gonna say it's not. Work on your own grass.
So you did agree with me ultimately.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
That's real. And I just, to end it, I would say, like I said earlier, like fellas, like really like harness what you really got, and they go both ways. But I'm talking to the fellas, like really harness what you got, protect it, cherish it. I'm not saying that you're perfect, but just understand, it's nothing wrong with having a fear of losing, like, or having a conscience. Like, I feel like that's more, what's the word? That's more attractive than anything. Like, just, you know, her knowing that you really want her to be there. Like, you don't want to lose her. Like, and it takes a lot to capture that. But y'all get what I'm saying, man. Just do the right thing. And sometimes the grass just ain't greener, bro.
Sometimes it ain't.
And that, I'm good. Gita, that's what we drinking on, Gita Rita. Make sure y'all get y'all some Gita Rita, man. Hit my boy up.